As a yoga teacher, you might already be familiar with the word niche, but maybe you just don't have one yet, or you're not quite sure why you even need one. If that's you, then stick around. I'm going to be sharing why you do need a yoga niche and why you should be figuring that out ASAP. So this short video is really just the tip of the iceberg on niching down and all of the benefits and the how-tos around it. If you are catching this video before June 21st, 2022, pause for a second, check out the description below. I've got a free training that's live online coming out to support you with teaching online in general and niching down. We'll get way more into the details on how to do it and what steps to take to figure out what your niche is. It's going to be a 60-minute training to help you feel less overwhelmed and more clear around how to teach online and where you should be spending your attention and energy to prepare yourself for that. So make sure you sign up for that training. If you are catching this after the 21st of June, no problem. I'm also going to have an option for you to still receive that training, so you can check out the info in the description below. And if you are new to me, hi, I'm Ali Temple. I'm an international yoga and meditation teacher, retreat leader, and yoga teacher mentor. I have been practicing yoga for over 20 years, teaching for over 8 years, and mentoring yoga teachers for over 5 years. I recently spent 4 years teaching in Los Angeles as the lead teacher and teacher development manager at 3 top studios there. And at the end of 2020, I chose to shift to a location-independent lifestyle. I've been running an online yoga business, mentoring teachers like you, and leading retreats around the world as I travel and live in tropical destinations like where I am right now in Phuket, Thailand. Please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that before. I've got lots more to share with you in tutorials for yoga teachers. I also offer a weekly yoga video from these beautiful locations that I get to surround myself in. And if we're not connected on Instagram yet, go ahead and pop over there after this video and find me at Ali Temple Yoga. Send me a DM to say hi. Okay, so what is a yoga niche? Basically, think of a niche as a specific category or subject that you specialize in. Think about what sets you apart from other teachers. It's no secret that there are a ton of yoga teachers out there, which is one of the reasons why, I'll get to it in a second, but why having a yoga niche is important. You want to stand out. So think about what sets you apart from other yoga teachers. This can be experiences. This can be maybe challenges or struggles that you've had with your physical or mental health that you've overcome and you want to support others through. This could be physical challenges like injuries or certain sports that you have experience with. The more specific you can get, the better. And I know that can be challenging. As yoga teachers, we tend to want to heal the whole world, right? We want everyone to receive yoga, and so we want to be accessible so that everyone is welcome in our classes. And when you have a yoga niche, I know with some of my yoga teacher clients that I've worked with in the past, and this is something that I even struggled with when I first started thinking about a niche, there was some resistance because, oh, if I choose something really specific, I felt like then I am leaving others out. And if I want to serve everyone, how can I leave others out? But that is kind of the opposite of this idea, because there is someone out there for everybody. There is a yoga teacher for every yoga student. So if you can really narrow in on what your specialty is, what you love to share, and what you want to focus on, the students who are looking for exactly what you are offering are going to find you, and those are your ideal students. Those are the students who down the road are going to be coming on your retreats or working with you one-on-one or coming to your workshops. So the more specific you can be, the easier it will be for you to find those ideal students. So let's get into the 3 reasons why I think that you need to find a yoga niche ASAP. Number one is really to stand out, and I kind of started to touch on this already, but if you want to be teaching more than public group classes, whether they're in studio or online, there's absolutely a place for those, and I love practicing in studio, but if you get to the point where you want to offer more, you need to be able to stand out in the sea of yoga teachers. So advertising that you teach yoga for all or yoga for everybody can make it really hard for your ideal students to find you. I actually thought about this the other day. I'm in Thailand and I went to a local restaurant here, and the menu was like, I don't know, 15 or 20 pages long. And there was no one else in this restaurant. And I had a thought that, they're offering all these different styles of cuisines, all of these different things where, as far as I know, they probably do all of it okay, but they don't have a specialty. So they're not getting anyone into their restaurant because they don't have something that they specialize in that other restaurants don't. So if you think about your yoga teachings in that way, then you start to realize that if you are offering the same thing that everyone else is offering, how are people going to know to come to your classes instead of the other teachers that are offering the same thing? Really, it's no secret that the yoga industry is kind of saturated and kind of a crowded place, especially after all of these online trainings started to show up from 2020 onward. And I'm sure there's a good chance that you may have taken one of those online trainings as well, which is one of the reasons why I'm here reaching out to you, because I know that one teacher training, whether it's online or in person, really is not enough to prepare you for all of the different elements and to give you all of the different knowledge you need to run a successful yoga business. So there's this saying, and I'm sure there are different ways to say it, but what comes to mind right now is, if you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one. So keep that in mind when you are feeling uncomfortable about niching down, and just reflect on that. Think about it for a little while. The second reason why you need a yoga niche is when you authentically offer something personal from your heart that you feel so connected to, then your students are going to feel that connection to you as well. And yes, we probably all do feel that connection to yoga in general, but when you can make it even more unique and share more from personal experiences and personal interests, that's how you will connect with your students on a deeper level. If you do want to offer retreats and bigger offers in the future, you really need to start building your online community and connecting with your ideal students way before you start to think about offering those things. I recently shot another video about teaching online and creating and fostering an online community. I will link that either down below or somewhere up here. And again, this is something that I'll be covering more in the free online training on the 21st of June. Another reason why offering something authentically personal to you is important is when you do have those students in your community that feel connected to you. That connection, you will feed off of each other, and that is going to help you feel more inspired to continue teaching these students and to help them grow. Okay, the final reason why it's important to have a yoga niche is that this can help you avoid yoga teacher burnout. Just what I was mentioning, when you are able to focus your teachings on something that is more personal to you, you will stay inspired to share it with your students, and that is going to help your energy levels. If you find that you're only teaching in studio and following the studio guidelines day after day, year after year, chances are you might start to get a little bit uninspired or even burnt out from the repetition. Maybe that's not the case for everyone. I can't speak for everyone, but in my experience, that is what has happened to me. Once you're offering something authentic to you, you won't feel like it's as much work as it would be to try and force something that you're not as interested in or not as inspired by. Especially for those of you who are newer teachers, maybe you're still trying to find your authentic voice and you're feeling exhausted and drained, because it's exhausting when we show up and try to pretend to be someone that we are not. If you feel like you constantly have to be learning more, and maybe you're stuck in kind of that imposter syndrome place where you feel like you're not good enough or worthy enough to be teaching yoga, that is stuff that you have to work through, because that mindset is going to hold you back from being your authentic self. And when you are your authentic self, that's when you will feel energized to share these personal practices with your ideal students. So once you're in that place of authenticity, the content that you create and the classes and workshops that you offer will really start to flow with ease once you are teaching from your heart. Another reason why this will help you avoid burnout is that when you have a strong sense of your niche, you'll have more clarity around what opportunities, what teaching opportunities are aligned with you, and what opportunities you should pass on and let go. As a yoga teacher, especially with newer teachers, we often feel like we need to say yes, yes, yes all the time. And absolutely, it's important to teach a lot as you are gaining confidence and experience. But if we are taking on a ton of yoga teaching opportunities that we don't feel aligned with or inspired by, that is going to create burnout. So getting clear on who we want to serve and what we want to help them with will really clear up some of that confusion of what we want to be offering. If you're feeling ready to start working on your yoga niche, but you have no idea where to start, or if you have questions around the process, then do make sure that you sign up for my free training. We'll be breaking this down with a lot more detail on how to go about it without overwhelming you and with clear, simple step processes. So make sure you do sign up for that training below, because I have so much more to share with you on what simple and digestible action steps you can take today to nail down your teaching niche and help you for tomorrow, minus the overwhelm and the confusion, which I know all too well can often come with starting something new or trying something different. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.